Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our 2024-25 Winter Athletics Awards ceremony. If you haven't had a chance yet, feel free to help yourself with some grab-and-go breakfast over there on the side. Thank you for joining us this morning in person or on our live feed. Hi, everybody out there. I'm Amy Mattis, Director of Athletics here at St. Agnes Academy, and this is one of my favorite days of the year to get to celebrate our hardworking athletes and coaches. So thank you for coming and sharing this with us. Before we go any further, our senior basketball varsity member, Mackie Likes, is going to lead us in prayer.
In the name of Father, Son, Holy Spirit, amen. Dear Lord, we gather here today in gratitude for the lessons learned, the friendships formed, and the strength we have found, not just in competition, but in one another. We thank you for the opportunities that sports have given us to grow, to challenge ourselves, and to witness your presence in our victories and in our struggles. May we carry our gifts into every part of our lives, always striving to be women of integrity, courage, and faith. Help us continue to reflect your love through our words and actions, carrying the spirit of teamwork into all we do. Bless this gathering, our school, and all who have guided us. May we walk with you always. Amen.
Thank you, Mackie. So today we join together to share some of our individual and team accomplishments, and our coaches are going to come give you the nitty-gritty on all of that. But first, I just wanted to shout out our area finalists, second place in district area finalist basketball team, our regional champion, fifth place in state swimming team, and our undefeated district champions, regional champions, state runner-up soccer team. Our theme this year, our athletic theme this year is Be Great, and we asked you to be great, and you've done all these little bitty things and big things to get you to this point, get you through your season, and you did exactly that. You were great, and we appreciate you very, very much, especially to you seniors who worked so hard for 4 years to compete and lead and bring the energy and the effort to your team. Thank you so much. Thank you for being great. Congratulations to our new varsity letter winners. We're doing things a little bit different this year. Normally, we would have ordered early and you get your jacket at the banquet, but this year you're actually gonna get sized tomorrow. So if you haven't already picked up a packet, I emailed all of you. I'm sure you read every word of it. To come and pick up a packet. There's a cart right over there with the packets in it. Take those home tonight. You can look at the offerings in there. And for those of you who have already lettered, you can also pick up a packet if you want, but ordering will take place during lunch tomorrow right outside the cafeteria. So you can take a look tonight, be ready to order, and when the jacket comes in, it will have all of your patches on the sleeves. So if you made all district, if you made all state, academic all state, you can put those patches on your sleeves or one of our cool Rory logos, like the one in the back, whatever you want, jazz up your jacket a little bit. So that'll be tomorrow during lunch. All right, so now our head coaches are gonna come up. They're gonna give highlights of their season, their respective programs. And then they're gonna give 2 awards. We added in a sub-varsity award last year, and we name it after the theme of the year, which, as I said before, is Be Great. So the Be Great award is gonna go to a freshman or JV athlete from each sub-varsity team. So the coaches are gonna honor that athlete as well. And the winner of that award is like the future of our program. So she's like potentially a future Tiger Pride winner, future Black and Gold winner. She has all the qualities that exemplify what we expect in a Tiger athlete. And then that brings us to the Tiger Pride Award, which is the biggest award that we give to each varsity team. It's a varsity athlete, and she exemplifies basically what I just said. Everything great about an athlete, a teammate, a leader, that's who our Tiger Pride Award winner is. So our coaches are gonna go and read all those to you, and as usual, all excellent, excellent choices. And I'm super excited to hear what they are gonna say about you. All right, Don't forget, if you were selected to a B Grade Award or a Tiger Pride Award winner, you're going to come up and take your picture as soon as this is over. So I know you always like to rush and get back to class, but make sure we get that picture so you can be on the gram, okay? All right, first up is head soccer coach Josh Dolan.
Thank you, Coach Mattis. I just want to start by saying how much support and help we get around St. Agnes from Coach Mattis and Coach Kelly, and our parents have been fantastic this year and every year. So before we talk about the players and the stars of the show, thank you so much to the parents this year and all the support we had. Talk about our JV season real quick. It's probably the most challenging JV season that we've put together. The schedule we put together was a lot of varsity teams that played JV level teams. We had our SBC tournament. So we had two really challenging seasons for JV Black and JV Gold. Both teams did really good, and the program is such a high standard. We got players on JV Gold that would be on most varsity teams in our district. So thank you so much to Coach Sawyer and Coach Kane. Our Be Great Awards, we have that now for those. Our JV Black Be Great Award winner, great player this year, Sophia Riffer. Sophia here. Get back, we'll get a picture later. All right, and our JV Gold Be Great Award winner could have gone to so many players because there is so much talent on that JV Gold team. But this year's Be Great Award winner is Sienna Garcia. Is Sienna here? Not here, but we'll get it to you later, Sienna. All right. All right, let's talk about our varsity season. We really put together one of the most challenging schedules that we could find. We want to be ready for our run of the playoffs. We took 2 different trips to Dallas this year, the SBC tournament and then the National Elite Prep Showcase, where we played some of the best schools in Texas and the country. So after those challenging tournaments, we came back. We played our rivals in Houston at the SBC. We beat Kincaid and St. John's this year. We went undefeated in district again. We went all the way to the state final. In the state finals, we played the #1 team in the nation. And if it wasn't for some poor refereeing decisions, it might have been a different story. But to go against the #1 team in the nation, who have beaten so many great teams, we were there. We played with them neck for neck. It was such a challenging game that they did not think that they were going to get a big game from St. Agnes, but we shocked them. And to think how close we were. We also went to the finals of the I-10 shootout and lost in a penalty shootout to Katy High School. The stadiums that we've gone and played in this year, I mean, up in Dallas and out in Katy, it's just incredible where this program can go. I want to mention a few players that got some district awards, and then we'll hand out our awards to everybody. Honorable mention, we got Maggie Hogue for honorable mention district. Second team district offense, Natalie Ramiro-Ross. Second team, come on up and we'll give you awards. Second team midfield, Brooke Warsdale. Second team defense, Olivia Stenowin. Second team goalkeeper, Isabel Castro. First team district offense and first team all-state, Maddie Taylor. First team all-district, second team all-state, Grace Big Game Rossetti. First team district, Chima. First team all-district, Chima. First team all-district, first team all-state, Katie Amorosa. First team all-district, first team all-state, Sammy Decor. And This last player at the state meeting, the Ursuline coach said that this player was the best player on the field, in his opinion. In the state championship game, first team all-district, first team all-state, Anna Morton. All right, Coach Fernandez, can you come up here and we'll hand out awards to everybody. You guys can stay up here. We'll get you your awards. Doing this in the wrong order, I'm sorry. All right. Katie Amorosa. Chloe Aranda. Annalise Bellows. Anna Castro. Isabel Castro. Annalise Chima. Charlotte Cohen. Eastlyn Cohen. Samantha Decor. Riley Dunn. Paulina. Maddie Gilmore. Caroline Hart. Mary Hogue. Piper Lee. Glennis Likes. Callista McIntosh. Suri Mehta. Lucy Mixon. Anna Morton. Paige Parkas. Natalie Romero Ross. Grace Rossetti. Olivia Stenowin. Julia Sulo. Madison Taylor. Brooklyn Warsdale. And Sophia Yu. This is our varsity soccer team 2025. All right, you guys can take a seat. This has to be one of my favorite teams that I've coached. I think that the team unity is amazing. It's such a close-knit group of girls, and at the end of the game on our state finals, all the emotion that was being shown was proof of the sisterhood that they have. When I first started here, our athletic director at the time, Coach Kirchhoff, said that sometimes the most important player on your team isn't someone who's the best player. It's someone who has the enthusiasm, someone who's a great teammate. And over the past couple of years, I've realized how important our managers have been. And this year, our managers did an incredible job of bringing up team spirit. So I want to thank our managers for a great season. All right, our Tiger Pride Award winner. Let me read this out for you. Could have been so many great choices this year. It was not an easy decision. This year's Tiger Pride Award winner is one of the most committed athletes who has been part of the St. Agnes soccer program. Her hard work and dedication is something that no one can deny. She has the utmost respect from her players and coaches. Her soccer IQ is off the charts. At the beginning of the season, I sat down to talk with a former parent, and he told me a story about the first time he watched this young lady play. He told me a story of a little girl who dribbled past the entire team and scored a goal. All the parents smiled and shook their heads at the amazing skill they had just witnessed. From an early age, this young lady has had a gift, but to be a Tiger Pride Award winner, it takes more than just soccer ability. This award is about character, dedication, and leadership. This year's Tiger Pride Award winner is Katie Amorosa. Katie is a captain who leads by example. She inspires teammates with her tough tackling, hard-running, creative, and graceful style of play. She is a soft-spoken leader, but when she has something to say, everyone pays attention because she has something that's going to be thoughtful and intelligent. Katie Amorosa is leaving St. Agnes soccer in a better place than she found it. I believe that she has every quality to be a soccer player of the greatest level at Texas Tech University. Congratulations to our Tiger Pride Award winner, Katie Amorosa. All right, up next is Coach Hollinger, basketball.
Which one of these two microphones? Okay. First, from the basketball family, I'd like to thank, again, the athletic administration, Coach Mattis, Coach Kelly for the support that they've given the program and these young ladies. I would also like to thank our trainer, Grace Brewer, who's sort of the mystic healer of the program, as well as the Methodist Hospital system and their training staff for helping all the injuries that we had heal faster. I'd also like to take this time to thank my assistant coaches who could not be here today, Valencia Dunn, Lauren Clark, and Edre Ocampo. And I also would like to thank our managers, Alexis, Sammy, and Vicky, for doing a fantastic job this year with everything that they had to do for varsity. And finally, I'd like to thank the support of our parents who have been tremendous this season, and not only showing love for our program, but also being there whenever we needed them, and we needed them a lot this year. So I'd like to take this opportunity to first recognize the freshman team. So will the freshman team please stand up? The freshman season was one of growth. These young ladies started off not really knowing each other that much, but ended up playing as one. They finished 18-3 this year, and they won 2 out of their 3 tournaments this season. Great job, ladies. I'd like to present our Freshman Be Great Award. Our Freshman Be Great Award goes to Ella Nowak. Coach O wanted me to say that Ella was very committed at every practice. She understood her role, she had a voice, and she was extremely coachable. Congratulations. Like our JV team to stand up, please. This season for JV was all about learning and applying new things. They had a great time playing and competing while getting comfortable with each other on the floor. They actually finished 17-2, and they won 2 tournaments, and a 3rd tournament, they competed in a varsity tournament, and they finished 2nd in a varsity tournament. Did a great job, JV. Thank you. Coach Clark wanted me to announce the Be Great for the JV team. This year's winner is Jennifer Hartman. Jennifer was a part of the program for 3 years and showed up every day and worked extremely hard. She never complained, she never hung her head. She always took accountability, and she was a fantastic teammate. Congratulations, Jennifer. The varsity season was one of high expectations. We actually went from no state ranking whatsoever last year to finishing 8th in state this year, as well as going from 4th place in district last season to 2nd place this season. We competed in 2 tournaments this year, only 2 this year. We competed in the Hill Country tournament, and we competed in a South Carolina national tournament. And in both tournaments, a lot of things were learned off the court as well as on the court. I've coached over 750 games, and I've coached over 250 players here at St. Agnes. This has been a dream job for me. However, this year's varsity team has probably been the most positive one through the entire season, and it's not just because of wins and losses. Their outlook on the next game, whether we were coming off a win or a loss, was always one of, we got this. And I think this was because of our senior class. These 6 young women were a family, much like Charlie Brown's family of the Peanut cartoon. So I wanted real quickly just to kind of give you some of the characters we have on this team. Mackie was Peppermint Patty. She was resourceful, not afraid to pull strings to orchestrate the outcome she desires. For Mackie, it's about the feast of life. She dives into every experience with gusto. Mackie was the enthusiast of the team. Zara was Lucy, unmistakably in charge, whether it was handing out unsolicited advice, planning the next big thing for the team. She also has a caring side. When it was needed, she was the mother of the team. Aaliyah was Sally. Sally, relishing in the simple joys in life and the fun of each moment it brings. Aaliyah lives in the present, yet seeks the truth, just like when Sally went with Linus to the great pumpkin patch to see if there really was such a great pumpkin. Aaliyah was the challenger of the team. Sydney was Schroeder, having a creative passion that she used to express herself in ways that words can't. Schroeder may have only had a tiny toy piano, but he used it to play Beethoven. And that was what Sydney did with the basketball on the court. Sydney was the virtuoso of the team. Charlotte was Woodstock. Always crashing into things, but somehow always working to overcome any disadvantage she had in her injuries. She always felt she could be ready in a day, even if Coach Brewer told her it was going to take 2 weeks. Just like Woodstock, Charlotte was the dreamer of the group. And Alexis, our senior manager, was Linus, musing on life's bigger questions while the rest of the gang tangled up in the day-to-day. Just like Linus, Alexis could make you believe in the great pumpkin. Her imagination knew no bounds. Alexis was the mystic of the team. What I'd like to do now is just recognize these young ladies, all these young ladies, real quick. And so when I announce your name, just come up here so I can give you your certificate and awards. First up was Senior Captain Zara Chinwuba, who was First Team All-District, First Team All-State, and Academic All-State. Junior Dea Kaur. Junior Kyla Felix, Third Team All-District. Sophomore Hollis McCann. Junior Maddie Holly, Third Team All-District. Senior Charlotte Kent. Sophomore Caitlin Lardizabal, Second Team All-District. Freshman Seville Leggett. Senior Captain Mackie Like, Second Team All-District, Academic All-State. Oh, you went right past her. Sophomore Kendall Messersmith, Second Team All-District. Sophomore Shelby Mueller, First Team All-District, Third Team All-State. Senior Sydney Villarreal, First Team All-District. Senior Captain Aaliyah Williams. And then, of course, our managers, Senior Alexis Othan. Is she here? Not here. Samantha Brumfield. Or Vicky Salazar. Wow. Okay. That's okay. Good job, soccer. Okay, y'all can take your seats. Thank you. So I'd like to announce basketball's Tiger Pride Award. This year's Tiger Pride Award goes to Senior Captain Aaliyah Williams. Aaliyah has been on varsity for 3.5 years. and the staff could not think of someone more deserving of such an accolade than her. We all know Aaliyah went through 2 ACL tears in 4 years here, but her journey as a Tiger was more than just overcoming those injuries. Halfway through her freshman season, Aaliyah was brought up to varsity to learn our system and score points for the remaining 13 games that we had. She scored 108 in that 13 games. In fact, over the course of her career, she scored 648 points, averaging 10 points per game her sophomore year and 14 points per game her junior year prior to ACL tear number 1. But her stats are not what makes her a great Tiger. It is her investment in her team over these 4 years. This season's team's quote was, "Lead yourself before you lead others." And Aaliyah's journey is all about that. Aaliyah was our primary scorer her sophomore season. In January, I remember we had a big district game coming up, and I had asked her to focus on getting her teammates more involved because she would always do all the scoring. Without hesitation, she told me, "Hey, whatever you think is best, Coach. Anything that the team needs is what is best." Then back in the summer of 2023, before her junior year, it was difficult for Aaliyah to hold her teammates accountable because she was such a young point guard and everybody was a lot older. Out of the blue, she sent me a text telling me that she was going to talk more and was going to speak with more passion when addressing them. She knew how important her leadership was to be that next season. This season, Aaliyah continued to shape her role and investment after suffering ACL tear number 2 before season began. She showed up day after day for practices and games and made it about the team, never about herself or her situation. She had a conversation with Coach Dunn about how to be a more effective leader, wanting to help the team as much as she could. She became our 4th assistant coach in charge of our point guards and even ran drills during practices for all guards. She would help also both Caitlin and Sydney with their point guard duties and often would talk to them about how to either conduct themselves around their teammates as well as giving them strategies for upcoming opponents. She held her teammates accountable for watching game film when we couldn't do it as a group. Last year, Aaliyah would do scouting reports of our upcoming opponents. And this year, she would watch and break down film on certain plays of our opponents. She would even lead a lot of our film sessions from time to time. Even on game days, she would call out all of our dead ball plays during live action. Aaliyah cared about her team and her teammates. And I want to read you something that one of her teammates said about her. Aaliyah was our leader off the court. If the whole team is having a discussion and can't come to a conclusion, Aaliyah is the first one we look to. She helps people calm down in tough moments and gives a positive perspective. She always was one of the last ones to leave the locker room, even when she was not playing, just making sure everyone is still good. You can talk to her about anything and she'll make you feel comfortable, even if she doesn't fully know the answer. She was the first one to offer a car ride, too, for any of the underclassmen who needed it. She was the team's therapist, their coach, and their hype man. She has always been about family and finding her role in that family. She has values and big values on relationships, more than she values anything else. And she has been about the heart and the soul of the relationships that we've had over the last 4 years. So congratulations, Aaliyah. And now I'd like to pass this on to Coach Kelly and swimming.
Okay, good morning. Just a forewarning, TISCA has not released the all-state awards yet, so we're still waiting on those. So we only know our academic awards this year. But first, let me say thank you to our parents. Y'all are awesome. You help out whenever we need you, so thank you for that. Thank you to Coach Mattis for always traveling with us in the postseason and indulging in the magic time machine, among other wackiness. Thanks to Coach Ellis for being a great coach, but also a great colleague. So really appreciate y'all. To our JV team, stand please. It's a small group. To our JV team, you had an incredible year. It's a small but dedicated group of athletes who showed up every morning, worked hard, and it paid off week after week when you consistently dropped time. 52 times to be exact. There was 52 PRs among our JV team across their events, which is a lot. Yeah, you can clap for that, that's good. You may be the best JV team we've ever had. Many of you are deserving of the Be Great Award, but this year it's going to a newcomer who made incredible strides over the course of the season. Her attendance was excellent, even continuing to train every morning after the JV season ended. And we loved having her stay on and contribute to the team as the team manager for regionals and state. Congratulations to freshman Meredith Bonner. Okay. Thank you, JV. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the varsity, and then we'll pass out certificates, and then we'll do Tiger Pride. So let's see. When I think about how to describe this team, the first thing that comes to mind was they really just have a good vibe. We talked about that from the first day of practice. They're fun to be around, they're interesting, they're multi-talented scholar athletes that have many gifts beyond the pool that include things like debate and art and robotics and anything that St. Agnes has to offer. Honestly, they're very involved. They're nice, they're funny, and I really just like them. I always tell people that morning practice is elite. It's a great way to start your day, but it's made even better when you have a group of athletes that will give you the best that they have to give each and every day. That's not to say every day is perfect. Mornings are tough sometimes, particularly when you have St. Agnes calculus the night before or the day of. But there's a reciprocal support that they offer each other when someone's having a hard practice or a rough week. They laugh, they commiserate about hard sets, sometimes try to fool me into thinking that we're done when we're not done. They pull each other through. Social kick warm downs will never be better than with this group. And also, they're just great teammates. They're also really good athletes, and I've told them this, but I really love watching them compete. On our varsity team in the postseason alone, which is just 2 meets, regionals, and state, we had 28 PRs. That's incredible to think about. When you swim at the level that they do, dropping time becomes a battle for even a 1/10 of a second. So they managed to do it 28 times when the stakes were certainly at their highest. We pulled out an incredible regional championship by a margin of almost 100 points, which was a big deal because Village was on our heels last year. So we knew that we had to come out and compete, and they certainly did. We won all 3 relays and qualified almost the entire team to state that day. So that was a really huge accomplishment. We went into state knowing that we were up against the monsters from the north, we'll call them, right? And then, of course, as with any season, we dealt with a few surprises along the way. But hearing our seniors' rally speeches the night before in our little banquet room had me feeling confident that our team would show up and fight, and they certainly did. Event after event, I was reminded of why I love to watch them compete. They always make me so proud, and there's nothing better than their faces after a race when they turn to look at their time and then to you, so you can celebrate that singular little moment. It never gets old. It's really what swimming is all about. So one by one, they all finished their races. Our solo freshman got her first taste of a state meet. Our sophomores gave numbers and also points this year. Our juniors became the future leaders of our team, and our beloved seniors became what we call swammers. Thank you to our senior swammers for all of your contributions to our programs over the past 4 years. We're gonna miss you a whole lot. I think we have a good group coming in next year, so hopefully we'll be able to fill your shoes, which are big. But team, what an incredibly fun year, celebrating fun, celebrating each other, curating good vibes. Congratulations. All right, now I'm gonna call you up and give you your awards. I think that was Luna's bag that fell. Luna Al-Ramahi, Academic All-State, and your bag of awards is over on the table, it fell off. Landry Barrett, Jenna Byer, Ella Cowan, who is not here today, Nadia Dawlett, Natalie Dawlett, the littlest Dawlett, Natalie Denson, Emma Dowd, Caitlin Dowd, Danica Dew. Okay. Cassie Ezike. Morgan Fang. Helena Fernandez. Forgetting to say academic all-state, but every one of our juniors and seniors are all academic all-state, so congratulations. Erica Gonzalez. Livy Geyer. Clara Liu, who is our solo freshman at state this year. Sienna Morvant, who is on choir tour. And Tara Willems. Okay. This is your swim team for 2025. Congratulations, ladies. You may sit down. Okay, last thing, we're gonna do our Tiger Pride. I might have gone out of order, but here we are. Okay. Our Tiger Pride recipient is someone who has embraced the rise and grind mentality that comes along with our dark and early practices. Ever since she could drive, I could count on the fact that she was more than likely going to beat me into the parking lot each morning. Even before she could drive, I could count on her parents to be one of the first to arrive. First through the gates, my first good morning of the day, first on deck looking for a peek at the workout, first to respond to my call to the whole team to get in the water. Livy Geyer's consistency became a constant for our team. Just so you have the full picture, Livy practiced nearly 4 years every single morning for both swimming and water polo for the past 4 years. That's approximately 500 morning practices, give or take a few. We know I'm not great at math, but I did try to do the math. Her practice attendance is as close to perfect as it can be, and I know what you're thinking, isn't attendance at practice expected? Of course, but it's not just that she showed up, it's how she showed up. It started with consistency, but continued with hard work once she got there. She always approaches challenges with practical optimism that allow her to push through and push herself to success, and she always brought her teammates along with her. During a workout, you may have heard Livy making an announcement that they were halfway done with a monster set, offering a word of encouragement to a teammate that was struggling that day, or acknowledging their collective hard work at the end of a workout. Her efforts, attitude, and words flowed through everyone in their path, making her and our team better. Her high school swimming success peaked at the perfect time this year when she qualified for state swimming for the first time and then dropped and PR'd in her last swim as a Tiger. But that wasn't a coincidence. That was years of work paying off for a dedicated athlete, a great teammate, and a perfect recipient for our Tiger Pride Award. We're so proud of you, Livy. Okay, I'm gonna kick it to Coach Mattis. Thank you, everybody.
So before you go, I want to really thank our parents. We have the most amazing groups of parents across the board as a school, but especially in athletics. You know, we could not do this by ourselves, and we lean on you a lot to help us with concessions and working games and helping with game day food and decorating buses and all the many things you do. But, you know, you started doing that when your girls were little, you know, schlepping them around to practices and early mornings and late nights. And thank you for bringing us the product that they've become. So thank you so much. Also to our athletes, you girls, you have lots of options out there where you can compete. That's not in high school. But I'm 100% certain, and you will be too at least one day, that you made the right choice to compete for your school. So thank you for participating. We love you. Thank you for being great. Shout out to our coaches who helped set up PE classes. Thank everybody for coming. Y'all have a great day. If you want an award, Be Great or Tiger Pride, please come up for a photo. Don't forget to get your letter jacket packets and sizing tomorrow. Hey, you want to hit play again? Caitlin, want to hit play again on the music?